Aw man, Dominaria was almost destroyed because these guys couldn't figure out who gets the top bunk. This Sunday, Urza versus Mishra, the brothers war on the floor, steel cage match between the Phyrexian war machines and the Power Stone constructs. $5 for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. Yeah man, what the heck happened to the brothers war? Collector booster boxes are $200 flat right now, set booster boxes are about $109, and draft booster boxes are about $95 shipped. It's pretty standard for the so-called premium set. There are also some deals out there if you search around. But there are some banger singles in this set, and we're going to go over some of them. The value seems to be tied up in about 4 mythics: Myrel, Shield of Argav, Cityscape Leveler, Portal of Phyrexia, and Awaken the Woods. These are all fine cards, but I don't think I'd buy any of them at $10. And this is also the set with the magical melders, dude. You got Urza, Lord Protector, and the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. They're going to meld into Urza Planeswalker. If you want both of these cards, it's going to cost you about $13 or so, which is not bad. This is a fitting card for the multiverse's hottest old man. Looks a little like Jordan Peterson. What would we do without men? Their so-called toxic masculinity. This is a really cool Timmy card. It's a real bomb too. Urza Lord Protector just goes in any white and blue deck that isn't overly creature based, dude. It's an amazing card. It's about $9. Basically reduces everything you want to do in those colors. Then you got old Mishra out there. He's claimed by Gix and is currently under $5. This guy just puts on a Phyrexian Dragon engine like a pair of pants and becomes Mishra lost to Phyrexia. If you want to meld these guys, it's only going to cost you about $6. This is a fun little deck that you can take in a lot of different directions. Now for both of these, contrast these prices to what they were on release, and you'll quickly see these have deflated quite a bit. The Hype Beast has moved on. Here's a picture of the Hype Beast for you, leaving these incredible cool and flavorful cards on the side of the highway, alone, unmourned, and unloved. Sometimes, brother, it's worth waiting to see where the prices land after 6 months or so. Don't get eaten up by the Hype Beasts. You're going to be alive for like 6 months unless Putin ruins the whole thing here, the whole planet. What's fun and challenging about these is building a deck around the creature that's functional and powerful while trying to unlock the achievement of melding them and including ways to fish the second half out. It's fun. So what are some other cards that are decently priced right now in this set? Well, let's take a look. We got Diabolic Intent right off the bat, dude. This is a nasty card that was about $30 for some time and is currently under $6. Look at old Gix out there. He's just flaying these dudes' minds. He's just saying, hey, it's just a prank, bro. I'm just going to flay your mind quick. Oh, don't get mad, dude. It's just a prank. Then we have Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia. 2 and a green for a legendary creature, Elf Druid Scout. It's a 2/3, has tap, add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells or activate abilities of a creature or creature card. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on this little Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia, and untap it. This little lady, she's just eyeing you up left and right, dude. She's eyeing you from inside of Gaia. Slots nicely into creature decks, especially Gruul big stompy decks, generating a nice burst of creature mana. $3 right now, and it's an elf and a druid if you care about that. Haywire Might is 1 generic mana for an artifact creature insect. It's a 1/1. When it dies, you gain 2 life, has green, and sacrifice Haywire Might. Exile target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. Jeebus, dude, how the heck did this slip by? It's a $3 uncommon for a reason. This exiles, brother. Great card in a wide variety of decks. Fauna Shaman, this is a classic card that gets a brand new reprint in this set, but it has some dubious new art, dude. What the heck is wrong with the other one, where the lady's hiding the chub toad in the lower left corner? I prefer the old art, but this one is $1.50 right now, which is a pretty good deal for this card. Sweet creature tutor, brother. Third Path Iconoclast. Blue and a red for a creature human monk. It's a 2/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. Iconoclast means challenger of beliefs, the idol shatterers. This guy looks like he smashed a few buffets, if you know what I'm saying, dude. But he's a pretty efficient spell slinger artifact payoff. This guy goes in a ton of decks. This set also had a ton of neat artifact creatures, and this one has a ton of utility. The Steel Seraph is 6 generic mana for an artifact creature. Angel, it's a 5/4, has the prototype, and it comes down as a 3/3, it has flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gains your choice of flying, vigilance, or lifelink until end of turn. These prototype creatures, if you blink them, they come in as the good version, just FYI if you're into that type of thing. Painful Quandary, 3 in black for an enchantment. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player loses 5 life unless they discard a card. This was massively expensive for a while. I'm not really sure where it's used. I don't know what's going on in the art, dude. Looks like Gix is just goosing Mishra's head right off of his head. This is currently bulk priced, dude, at less than $1. Arcane Proxy is 7 generic mana for an artifact creature wizard. It's a 4/3, has prototype for 1 blue, and then it comes in as a 2/1. Whenever Arcane Proxy enters the battlefield, if you cast it, exile target instant or sorcery card with mana value less than or equal to Arcane Proxy's power from your graveyard. Copy that card. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. I look at this as just another demonic tutor, dude. Pretty sweet prototype card, and it's a wizard if that matters to you. Platoon Dispenser is 5 generic mana for an artifact creature construct. It's a 4/6. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more other creatures, draw a card. It has 3 and a white. Create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. Has unearth for 2 white. Well, brother, listen. You want to draw cards in white, and this is fantastic in a token deck, including white in its color identity. This thing's only 75 cents. Then we have this guy, the Gixian Puppeteer. He's out there 3 and a black for a creature, Phyrexian Warlock. It's a 4/3. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. When this guy dies, return another target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. This guy's a nice little value piece, and in quite a few Dimir decks I've used him in. He's got 3 arms, dude. Imagine trying to do a karate fight with this guy, man. He'd slap you silly with those 3 arms. Perennial Behemoth, dude. This is what I call my mother-in-law. 5 generic mana for an artifact creature beast. It's a 2/7. You may play lands from your graveyard. It has unearth for green. Well, Crucible of Worlds is 20 bucks, and this is 50 cents, and comes with a beefy blocker for 5 mana. Listen, I know that's way worse, dude, but redundancy is never a bad thing, and it goes great in budget decks. Hostile Negotiations. I really like this card. 3 and a black for an instant. Exile the top 3 cards of your library in a face-down pile, then exile the top 3 cards of your library in another face-down pile. Look at the cards in each pile, then turn a pile of your choice face up. An opponent chooses one of the piles, put all cards in the chosen pile into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. You lose 3 life. This is way better than it looks at first glance, but you need to be packing some recursion. You want this in a graveyard deck. Lets you look at 6 cards, draw 3 of them, you get to play a mini mind game for 35 cents. It's another personal favorite of mine. You got the Thran Power Suit, 2 generic mana for an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it, and has Ward 2. Has equipped for 2. Look at this hunk just beasting in his power suit, dude. I love this for budget equipment decks. That Ward 2 is never wasted. Alright, last one, and a nice little piece of white draw. We have Tokasia's Welcome. 2 and white for an enchantment. Whenever one or more creatures with mana value 3 or less enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Very similar text to Welcoming Vampire, but this is an enchantment. Plays really nice in your enchantment decks, brother. I don't know, man, I really like this set. There are several other artifact creatures and combat tricks I've used in several decks. The set is interesting to revisit. It's got a ton of lore and flavor packed in there, and it's nice to see Urza out there doing stuff with his family, dude. Listen, you gotta spend time with your family. Spend quality time with your brother. You never know what's gonna happen. He could get Lyme disease or something, dude. And that's family reunions, dude. This is Nikki G from Better Commander, signing off.